Hey guys, it's Lazarus from SLY-TECH. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. So, I want to come back to our amazing channel to discuss about cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and technology. And today, the long-awaited topic that we've been all waiting for, because I know most of you on my Telegram group, so when I dropped the notification that I was dropping the video. So basically, what we're going to be discussing today is the intro to Burpsuite. Now, for most of you who don't know Burpsuite, basically Burpsuite is a tool that can enable you to conduct assessment of vulnerability assessment, search for bugs in websites. So there are different bugs that could exist in the website. Generally, if you look at the OWASP top 10, you will see that we have a list of types of web vulnerabilities that websites or web applications tend to suffer from. So you can see SQL injection, cross-site scripting, a host of other vulnerabilities. And aside just this OWASP top 10, I can tell you that there are many other types of vulnerabilities that Burpsuite can help you discover, and that's what we're going to be breaking into this video. So for most of you who are wondering maybe why my viewers are so particular on me dropping this Burpsuite video, well, I'm sure most of you are aware that I did a video some time ago on how I bypassed an OTP on the website. So the website requested for an OTP, and the OTP was sent to a phone number that I didn't have access to. I didn't have that phone number. It wasn't my phone number, it was someone else's account phone number. So these are lots of stuff that we'll go into while we talk about Burpsuite in this series. So stick around, you're going to enjoy this video. So first of all, what we're going to start with is how we're going to install our Burpsuite. For those of us who are used to what Burpsuite is about, so we know that it's all about the tool that enables us search for vulnerabilities, cross-site scripting, SQL injection, and a host of others. And it enables us to understand how good our web application or how secured our web application is, searching for vulnerabilities, scanning, and also automating all sorts of tests. And the first thing you should know about Burpsuite is that it comes in three versions or three editions, I should say: professional, community, and enterprise. I really would not be dealing so much with enterprise for the whole of the series we're going to be going through, but what I'll be dealing more with is within the professional and community. So, and you should know, when you see that we have different editions, that should tell you that it's all about the money. So there's going to be some difference in cost involved. However, the basic one, which is or used to be known as the free edition, is the community edition. And the community edition would enable us to perform whatever test we wish to do, not so efficiently. When I mean efficiently, now, if you look at or compare the community edition with the professional edition, you realize that the professional edition comes with a lot more features. Say for instance, you are in a session whereby you are trying to run some vulnerability assessment or whatever the case may be. If you get to a certain point whereby you maybe want to close down Burpsuite and go on to do other things, well, with the community edition you can be able to come back and continue from where you stopped. But with the professional edition, on the other hand, you can be able to come back, continue, see saved works you've been up to, and keep up from where you stopped. Okay, so now most of us are or have Kali Linux already, and if you go up there and you just type Burpsuite, you should see that you have yours installed here. But there are times, like I always say, I get people who reach out to me telling me they are on Windows, they are finding by the side, but this is not really what we're about here. Remember, we are here for Burpsuite, but we would link both up so you can be able to search for vulnerabilities on the broken web application while using it with Burpsuite to get ourselves acquainted with how Burpsuite works. So after downloading the broken web application, you unzip it, and we're going to go into our VMware. So what we're going to go file here. I'm going to open. What we're not going to do is we're going to see this OWASP broken web app. That is what we downloaded, and then we're going to open it. All right, so we can do a few manipulations of trying to work on the memory, the processors, and all this. So let's just say we'll give it a bit more memory. It doesn't really matter, just a little more. Um, do we need anything else? Okay, the network adapter, let's put it in bridged. The processor, let's take it to 2. Okay, and then I guess we can start up this virtual machine. Now we're going to log in. You can see the login details there, and it's correct. It's the same thing. You can use it. And now that is up. So now if you look in here now, you can see we have a web address, a link. So 192.168.126.134. So now let's go into our Windows system. So we have the Burpsuite Community Edition. That's the one we're going to be going for, and we are going to download it. So let's just put in our email here. So I'm going to go to the next page now. I'm going to select Burpsuite Community Edition Windows 64-bit and hit download. I'm just going to click next to set it up. Next again. Also next on this one. Now the installation process is finished, I will now start up Burpsuite. So right here, what we're going to celebrate is temporary project next, and this should start up Burp. And there you have it, guys. We have Burpsuite already installed on our Windows. We're going to just look through. You can see we have the targets, the proxy, the intruder. If you look at the proxy here, this is where you can get to open the browser to conduct whatever vulnerability assessment or test you want to do on the web application from Burpsuite browser. But basically, I think it's more easier most times. You can just fire up your Firefox while you're browsing in the course of a normal daily affair or whatever. Hook it up with Burpsuite and test. So the next thing I want to quickly do now is I want us to set it up to see Burpsuite in action. We have to configure the Firefox browser network settings, and when we configure the settings is now what would now stand in the middle as an intersection between everything that is going across. We're going to go down and select our settings for our network. What we want to use now, we want to use the manual proxy. I will also show you how to set it up with Foxy proxy, but first of all, let us learn how this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in a proxy here. This is going to be 127.0.0.1, and then the port can just be 8080. So that is all right. Let's see. I also use it for proxy for HTTPS. Yes, because a lot of our tests and schemes will carry us both across different types of platform. Let's see if our Burpsuite and Firefox are in sync and working together. So we're just going to go now to 168.126.134. Sorry, 34. Let's hit enter on that and see what we get. Alright, now this is the first time that our OWASP has been properly installed. This is what it implies. Now let's go to our Burpsuite and see if we're able to capture or see any traffic going across. Okay, so now we can see over here that we have traffic going across, and we can observe and see what is going on. So welcome to Burpsuite officially. So now let's say we've opened the page up, and then we have our interceptor on. If we go back to that page now, we'll put say username in my name, and then password 12345. So with our interceptor on, if I click login now, immediately Burpsuite interrupts that transaction. You can see down here we have the username putting as my name and the password 12345. Now if we wish to proceed to do anything more, this is where we'll begin our work from. But at this juncture, I just want to welcome you to Burpsuite, and this is the beginning of this session of the playlist that we're working or creating for Burpsuite. And I'm going to be showing you more amazing stuff on things that we can do using Burpsuite. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video for today. You must like, comment, and subscribe.